Welcome back to Power Lunch West Africa. Now, millions of Sub-Saharan Africans are considered first-generation consumers who now spend heavily on personal appearance. Now, in Nigeria, the growing young female adult population continues to drive sales of hair care products, now which are considered more essential than many other beauty and personal care products. Now, just how big is this market and what is the attraction for foreign producers? The U.S. company McBride Research Laboratories, pioneers of the black beauty industry, is in partnership with Compass Consulting as it launches in Nigeria. Well, joining me now is Cornell McBride Sr. He's going to talk about prospects in Nigeria and, of course, in Africa. Thank you so much, Cornell, for your time. Now, first of all, why Nigeria as an entry point for your company?
Well, this is not my first trip to Nigeria, first of all. I was here back in 1979, and I also pioneered some products back then. One was Stay Soft Fro, the other one was Soft and Free. So we did some light manufacturing back in the early part of the 80s. So this is not the first trip, but coming back now is the result of seeing what's happening here in Nigeria, the tremendous amount of expansion that's going on in this country, and all of the good things that's going on with respect to the country and the population.
Okay, let's talk about what edge you think you will have, because obviously it's a large population and there's definitely competition. We don't know how stiff it is, but what edge do you think you're going to have against your competition?
Well, I have 40 years in making products for black people, period, or for people, period, really. And we think that we have a unique kind of approach to the marketplace. We tend to be a professional-oriented company where we tend to focus much more on salons, even though we have a retail component as well. But we tend to come in and try to develop distribution through the salon, through the professional hairstylists. So what we hope to do is to bring that model here, which is based on education, training of people to do it the right way.
Now, and obviously I know that you must have done some extensive research in your laboratories, and I know one issue that Nigerian women who, of course, will be buying this product is if it's tailored to meet the African hair, our weather is different from that outside of our shores. So have all of that been taken into consideration?
No, well, to tell you the truth, while we're here now, we are looking at the market and, of course, sort of seeing what's going on here so that we can, if necessary, tailor things much more so. But having been here before, we have at least some semblance of understanding of the marketplace. We realize that this is a very large market, which is, of course, one of the things that draws us here, but that people are already here, producing products. And so in coming here, by the time we leave this time, we will have a greater understanding of what's needed in the marketplace.
In terms of the potential, not just Nigeria, in Sub-Saharan Africa, how big do you think it is?
I think it's huge. I really think it's huge because, again, you have a renaissance taking place all over Africa. And, we want to be a part of that, of course, not just to have products or bring products here to sell, but to be a part of the total culture of what's going on with respect to, manufacturing eventually at some point here, and also, creating jobs and opportunities. In the States, for instance, our distribution network, which is focused primarily on salon, we had to create that network, so we had to create a lot of entrepreneurs. See, I like developing entrepreneurs, people that work for themselves. And so what we hope to do here is to bring that same spirit here and to create entrepreneurs servicing those same salons, just as we've done in America.
Okay, how soon can we see that happening? Because obviously that's a key point. If you're not just looking to bring a product or key into a market, you're also looking to help create entrepreneurs, people creating jobs who could in turn also create more jobs.
Well, that's going to be a part of what we do from the very beginning, because again, our main model is through salons. And so in order for us to perfect that, we need to bring people in, we need to train people, teach them how to use the product, educate them on the product and stuff. And so in order for them to be able to go out and sell those products. And so we have to start that on day one.
And you're willing to make that kind of investment?
Oh yeah, that's a part of what we do. That's part of what we do. And so yeah, that will start in the beginning. The manufacturing that will be something down the road that we will do eventually once we get going here. But in terms of creating entrepreneurs, we have to start that at the beginning.
Okay, obviously it's a big market, and I've seen one or two forecasts that it's, we should see some kind of explosion going forward as the population grows, and
Right.
women, no matter what the weather is, no matter what the financial condition is, women will always spend money on taking care of their hair, even if it's just to make them happy and look good.
Yes.
So in terms of the size going forward, do you see it blowing out of bigger than what we thought it would be?
Yes, yes. I mean, along with the growth in the country, you have upward mobility on the part of people. You have more disposable income in people's hands, and so you're going to have an increased usage. So I would imagine that the markets here will probably be growing at double-digit rates, you see. And then you have the various different kinds of styles that's prevalent now. You have a lot of natural hair products that's back in the States, and I see some of it here as well. Those styles are predominant. And then we have different ways of relaxing hair other than using sodium hydroxide. And so we can relax hair now without chemically altering hair. So we bring to the marketplace all these different ways to satisfy the woman and her hair care needs.
Okay, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much. Best of luck with as you enter the Nigerian markets. I've been talking to Cornell McBride, Senior President of Cornell McBride Research Laboratories, looking at hair care products and, of course, prospects in Nigeria going forward. That's a wrap on Power Lunch West Africa.